YouTube fam, what's going on? Justin424 back in the building. Video number 4. All right, let's get to it. So, Baltimore Comic Con. Just got back. Only there for the one day, but man, it was awesome. And Baltimore has a reputation, at least the convention, for being really comic book heavy focused. And that's what it was. Went in there really hunting down books. Obviously with my father, Erod212, he was looking for keys. So definitely go check out his channel. Next week, I'm sure he'll be posting his ventures and how he did in his hunts. But as for me, I was looking for trades, obviously, on my continuing journey to add to what I have behind me. As you can see, I'm still trying to set up here, so excuse the mess. Hopefully we'll have the bookcase set up by next week. But in the meantime, I was looking for Spider-Man, X-Men, and Fantastic Four keys. Whether it be white whales that are out of print or stuff that I could get at a good price that's cheaper than eBay or Amazon. So that was really the goal going in. Really, to be honest, Ultimate Spider-Man won the day. Majority of my books were Bendis stuff. Brian Michael Bendis, obviously the writer of Ultimate Spider-Man for many, many, many years. So let's get started. All right, so first one I got, it was volume 14. So it's a nice pickup. It covers Ultimate Spider-Man 79 through 85. I got this for about $7, and it goes on eBay for about anywhere between $15 to $20. There's one secondary site that does sell it for about $10, but I figured I get it under $10 to win every day. So I'll save myself a couple right there. This was not something I was looking for. However, definitely something I couldn't pass up for, half off cover price. So $25, I wound up paying $12 for it. So it's X-Men Season 1. So if you ever wanted to get a retelling of X-Men's origin with a modern day twist, rather than, when Stan Lee wrote it with the 1960s sensibilities, this is a really good option. So I was able to pick this up along with Fantastic Four Season 1. So it pretty much just lays out the origin, but in a 21st century way. So it's a nice read, pretty smooth and, just real quick, easy. For the price, I couldn't pass it up to add to the collection. All right. Next one, we're going to go with Ultimate Fallout. So this is obviously right after Death of Spider-Man. Bendis wrote this. It's issues 1 through 6. Obviously, we know in Ultimate Fallout issue 4 is the first appearance of none other than Miles Morales himself. It's obviously one of the biggest keys. I've read this multiple times on my iPad. I've never actually owned the trade, so I got it for half price. So I paid $10 for it, so can't beat that every day of the week. All right. This was actually the first pickup I made of the day. First booth I went to was selling trades for half off. And one of the rare things that you usually don't see in bins is Epic Collections. So Epic Collections, a little bit bigger than your standard smaller trade paperbacks, as you can see. See that spine there? So the cover price is $34. I got it for half off. And to be honest, they've really expanded these lines into a way to really collect. If say you don't prefer Omnis and you prefer to read in Epics, the past 5-6 years they've really blown up. Thank you Near Mint Condition for helping us out with that. But yeah, pretty much X Factor. So it's the reunited version of the original X-Men 1986. It has the first appearance of Apocalypse in here, and when Jean Grey basically rises out of the cocoon in Avengers 263 and FF 286. So really important stories in here in the mid 80s. I was lucky enough to be able to get this at this price, because usually this runs anywhere between $23 to $30. So to get it for less than $20, that's a score right there. That's nice. All right. Another key pickup in my Ultimate Spider-Man, Brian Michael Bendis run. So volume 21. So this covers Ultimate Spider-Man 123 through 128. So a nice little pickup for $5. I picked that up. Not too bad. All right. And same thing, volume 18. So another run to add to the collection. And you probably are wondering why I'm getting volume 14, volume 18. So that's because last week I was able to pick up in a trade lot on eBay volumes 1 through 13 for a really good price. I figured why not start going after the other back issues. I already got Death of Spider-Man, so it's just a matter of just the middle issues, volume 14, 18 I picked up today, and hopefully soon I'll be on the lookout for 15, 16, and 17. Really good run that I've never personally owned. I did, once again, is something that I read online within the last 2 years, and it's important enough a run as me and obviously Spider-Man fan that I had to have in my collection. It's a must. And to be honest, they're just now re-releasing volume 1 on the omnibus format for Ultimate Spider-Man. I need it in my collection now. So I was like, let's just do it in the trade format. It's cheaper that way. It's not as bulky, and really just focus it on like that. All right. Okay. The last book I'm going to show you today is Ultimate Spider-Man, but I'm going to show you how I saved some money by doing just a little bit of research while I was literally digging in the bins in the booth. Okay. So we have this right here. So you see Ultimate Spider-Man. This is Brian Michael Bendis. So what happened was I went up through, I want to say issue 130 just about, before they renumbered the run and they started it over again. This is around 2010, because the Death of Spider-Man is 2011 when they went back to the legacy numbering. So what happened was they re-released it. They did 2 versions. So they did a version hardcover that was volume 1, Ultimate Spider-Man, issues 1 through 14, and then it jumped right into the legacy renumbering into Death of Spider-Man. So that volume 1, issues 1 to 14, when they went and it was basically a volume, like when they relaunched, that was going for about $75 on cheap graphic novels on eBay. You couldn't find it cheaper than $70. And I kept hunting for this for probably almost 2 weeks now. And I wasn't going to pay that price because obviously it's not worth for 14 issues to for that kind of price. It's just insane. But it's out of print. It's a white whale. So here's what I did. I happened to see this book and I noticed that it said issues 7 to 14. So I realized this is the other version. This is the hardcover version of it. This was selling for half price, so I was able to get it for $12. Not bad deal at all. And when I looked, volume 1 of the hardcover version, which has 1 to 6, was selling for $20 on eBay. Meaning I got this for $12. I get the other one on eBay for $20. So for $32, I got 1 to 14 of this volume. Whereas if I had paid on eBay or whatever site I was going to get it from, for 1 to 14 in the same book, I would have paid $75. So I saved myself about $40 by going after this. And I didn't even know this was something that was still in print. Is it really in print? No, but this is the kind of stuff you find at Baltimore Comic Con. It's one of those rare trades that the guy was just blowing stuff out the water, 50% off, $10, $5 here. So it's a great pickup. Artwork's really good. And more importantly, it's a good story. It leads right into Death of Spider-Man Prelude, which is, if you can't tell by now, it's one of my favorite Spider-Man stories ever. So I was really, really able to rack up on that part of my Spider-Man mythos, because if you watch my video from New York Comic Con, I got a lot of X-Men stuff, and I got almost no Spider-Man stuff, and it made me feel a certain type of way of like, hey, like, what kind of Spider-Man fan I am. But truth be told, I was really, really able to be successful with my Bendis run, and obviously I got a couple, FF along the way, and it's back to the hunt. But that's my haul from Baltimore Comic Con. Tell me what you think. If you like this content, smash that like button, subscribe. Obviously, we're still a new channel. Definitely try to help me out with that algorithm. And obviously, if you want to see anything else from Erod, check out his channel. He's going to be putting up his books next week, but he had Really a couple good deals that he was able to find later, because I would say the first half we were there from 1 to about 5:30. In those first 2 hours, we thought, wow, we really haven't scored anything as far as like key books that, that he's looking for his PC. But he was able to find a couple things. It just took a little bit of digging, and till the next con, we'll see whether it's Garden State, maybe a small show at Clifton. Hopefully I'll see you guys soon. But till then, peace.